Hello everybody and welcome back to our realistic series on Witcombe Park Farm. So we are just getting ourselves ready because we do have a little bit of a contract to go do. But on the way to this contract, I do just want to have a quick look at a little something because it could come very much in handy. It all depends which one it is. I'm hoping it is the one that I'm after, and all will be revealed too shortly. The animals, they could all do with getting some food and so on. They should be able to last another month, but slight problem we have is the silage bales are only 22% fermented, and I think our clamp is only 80 some, so we can't do anything on that front just yet, but maybe come the end of the episode we may be able to do something then. But right, this is what I have seen, which is very, very interesting, and it could help us. Well, it could help us a lot, to be fair. Is down here you will see a little Deutzfahr, and I just want to make sure, and I really hope it's the big one, the one that's 200 odd horsepower, because if that is the case, then that would be brilliant, I think, for having at the farm. We can put the sprayer on this, and just leave it as a sort of a workhorse around the yard, maybe. But right, let's go on to here. Yes, 230 horsepower. So I think let's just knock 15% off. Nope. Okay, let's try 10%. Hey, look at that, 10% off. So we have just bought ourselves a new tractor. I didn't honestly think we'd be doing that, and I was hoping that it would give us the choice whether we'd want to buy it or not. But anyways, that is very, very good. The tyres, we are going to change them and just put them straight onto some narrow tyres, because like I say, I think this will just become our spraying tractor and just general dog's body around the yard. There are these other smaller tractors around here, but they're all 100 and some. Well, that's 96. That was 100. I think this one, 100. Then there's the John Deere, 122, and then this class, which I would have loved to have gone for this class, but we don't need it at all. That is 100. So right, now we have, I'm going to leave that there for now, because we're going to go get on. We'll go to our field that we've been asked to do this contract in, so at least we're bringing some money back, because like I said, I think it's about £7,000 we have going out every month just on a hire purchase for this tractor. And to be fair, I should have gone the other way, but not to worry. Let's get up to field 29. So I know it won't be to everyone's liking buying the Deutzfahr, but with this map, one thing I have found is you just need these higher horsepower tractors just to be able to do anything. And it'll be quite nice now that we can swap between the two instead of just being in one tractor the whole time. There was one thing in the previous episode that I quite enjoyed, was being able to use a few different tractors, although one didn't work, which was annoying. Which way are you going? That way. So with this hill here, I think let's start at the bottom. Ooh, that's bumpy. Have they forgot to harvest this? What does it say here? Withered. What a waste of a field that is. I can see why they want it cultivating up, but you think all the nitrogen you would have put into that, and now for absolutely nothing. So we'll get this folded down, and I hope it will let us go sideways. Yes, I think personally that is all wrong. That to me looks much better. I know going down, up and down would be better for time wise, because you're doing it all in long sort of stretches, but at least going like this, I do think it's a lot less wear and tear on the tractor, and that is something that we will have to just keep bearing in mind. Right, let's go to here and get these potatoes put back in. we could be in trouble here. This is why I didn't want to go up and down the field, and why going crossways was brilliant. We may have to. Let's just see if we can. Come on, let's just get to the top here before we get a critical. I'm trying to avoid getting the critical warning. But I would say we may be okay now. I think we're just going to have to go from top to bottom, lift up, and then go down again, I believe. Yeah, there we go, we've got rid of the critical warning. The only other thing that we could possibly try look at doing is, like on the Deutz-Fahr, it's got dual wheels. If we put dual wheels on this, would that make it better for these banks? I would like to think so, but it just means we'll be swapping tyres all the time. But then I'll just set that on cruise control. If we go into here, so we're currently 222. The Deutz-Fahr has a bigger engine than what we have here at the minute. Fair dues, this will be upgraded to the maximum engine. But yeah, the older tractor's got more power than this gal. Come on, let's get up here, let's be alright doing this last little bit. I couldn't see the point in having to drive up to the top, to drive down again, to drive back up again. But why is it struggling? It seems to not have found the right gear. Come on. Well, you never know. All that stop-start it's doing on the engine, that could be what's saving us. Oh no, here we go, critical warning. Right, we don't have far to go. What do? We've got there. Come on, let's get up to here. As soon as we get up to here, we're all alright. And then we'll just have to remember that the Deutz is probably the better tractor for doing field working. Right, fingers are very much crossed. Let's just get around this last little bit. And then this tractor can have a rest. And what we'll do is we'll go park it up in the yard, and then we'll walk down and go gather our Deutz-Fahr up and bring that back up to the top. Come on. Right, finally found the correct gear, and I'm hoping that warning light, it's already just disappeared once, I'm hoping it will just disappear again on the drive back, because that shouldn't be too strenuous. I think the worst part of the driving is when you're trying to get into that woodland up there. That on our old tractor, that did put a lot of toll on the engine, and there we go, the warning light has gone down. So we'll go back to the farm. There's some weeds about in there. That's just reminded me of another job that we have to do. I'm just thinking about the nitrogen, potassium and all that sort of stuff, but yet can't forget to neglect the weeds job and the pest job, so that's something else to remember. There's loads going on at the minute. Right, let's put this into here, and then on the walk down we can have a quick look at our soil map to see what's going on. So let's put this here, let's hop out, and then we can lower that down. We are probably slightly too much on the wall. Drop that off. We can now turn it off, like so, and let's have a look at our soil map. So, grass, none. What's 76? These must be, they can't be fields then, can they? So we have low nitrogen, low potassium. So N and K needs to go into the canola field. And -8, what's that for? Is that just because they're both fair? So that's for the canola field. For the wheat field, low phosphorus, low nitrogen. So that's completely different to the other one. Silage maize, that should be 68. Where's field 68? Let me try and find this one. Okay, so 68 is the yard. 255 is all of the map, like so. And then 76 is obviously where we're just role playing the dealership. So I will forget all of them, but anyways. So grass field, low everything, and this grass is low everything. Right. So I think let's focus on the canola field. We can get that done. I've tagged somewhere there. We can get the canola field done and we can look at make our way through the weeds, because once the canola's done, after that everything just needs everything doing, whereas we can be a bit more specific with what we're doing and target things on the canola front. I must just put a marker where the pub is. So I actually have a bit of an idea. Whether it works or not is going to be a completely different matter. But first things first, let's go into here. Let's collect our £8,500. So that will come very much in handy. And we'll get this fired on Giant FM. Cool. Yeah. So we have 2 IBCs of nitrogen and I forget which one it was now. Nitrogen and... I always get them wrong, I know that, whenever I try to say them. Yeah, so we have potassium and nitrogen, 2 IBCs of the singular. If we go get our sprayer and put the boost tank on the front, would that mean then that we will be putting both on in one pass? That's what I am very interested to find out. First things first though, there is no fuel in this whatsoever. We're not putting much more fuel in it, but it's enough to get us going for a short while, won't it? So we'll get all 200 litres banged into there, and then we'll make our way now over to our workshop where we can put some narrow tyres on. Well, to say that was close is a bit of an understatement. Well, that's the narrow tyres on, but one thing I've also noticed is it has no GPS on this. So I'm not spending £15,000 just yet, so we can hold off on doing that. And like I say, our other tractor's more than adequate to do the job that we need. But look at those little Bob boys. We know one thing, we are not going to destroy any of our crops in this. So I'll turn this on and let's go get the sprayers put on. So do I dare try and do the liquid fertilizer trick again? Because it was such a waste to not use it all, that is for certain. Right, let's just put these on. Come on, PTO. Okay, doesn't need a PTO. Yeah, it'll be such a waste if that is the case. But let's now just go look over. It's one of these two, and I don't quite remember which one it is. So this first one is liquid urea, so that's N. So we have N in there, which is nitrogen, and we've got liquid potash with it, which is K. And let's just double check on here. So potassium, K we need, and nitrogen. So we should be doing both of them in this go. So if I pull forward, we can try get the pump in there. How has that got the liquid urea? Right, we'll let that fill up. And then I know I had to tidy up in the previous episode, but let's go move this over to here now. And we can empty that out. And let's just try and get this liquid potash. I don't know why it's dragged it from so far away. Let's try here. There we go. That is exactly what we wanted. And now we'll make our way down to this canola field. So out of interest, is there any sort of older sprayers? Obviously, if we look in, and what I mean is if we look into here and go into here, we've got all these new big self-propelled ones. I would quite like an older self-propelled one. I think that would be a good bit of fun. But anyways, let's move on to here. There's a load of weeds in here as well, so this needs sorting. Now this is what I am going to be very interested in. If both levels go down, then I'm going to hazard a guess it's working. And I can't see why you couldn't do this in real life. I'm sure someone will tell me why, and please do someone tell me why. But yeah, I can't see why it wouldn't work. But at the minute it's looking like we're just using the liquid fertilizer.
Out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. We don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses. Yeah.
So I don't know whether I have gone too far, not too far. I don't know whether I've hit the limit, I should say, of what it lets you with liquid fertilizer, because I know we'd done it in a previous episode. I can't actually remember how many episodes back we did do it. But now let's have a look. So on to here, canola. Oh, that's interesting. It's still saying that they're both low. I've just put potassium on, and I just put nitrogen on. We're definitely in the right field, aren't we? Let's just 59. Go on to here. We're on the wheat field. Oh dear, that's embarrassing. So the canola field is field 47, and field 47 will be the one just above the farm here. So we've just put all that on there for quite possibly no reason whatsoever. But I think then, let's make our way up to the canola field, which was the original intention, and we can do the same. We can do the same up there. You can tell that I am tired because I worked all. It's currently Sunday morning. Worked all Saturday day. Been out all Saturday night working. Just come in. I thought, well, if I don't get a video done recorded today, I wouldn't have one to release for Monday. So I think this will be the last time lapse. And the last bit of the video, because my bed is calling me. I know that's for certain. But yeah, so we'll get these two sprayed. I imagine will it be the potash first this time, because that's in. Hold on, I turned the front on by accident, so we want to turn the back on. I would imagine it'll be the potash first, because this is what's in. Nope, I'm wrong. Liquid fertilizer straight out the gate.
I cannot go wrong. God, I'm praying I'm not alone in this air. A journey for life, I'm alive. No, no, no,
Now this will be interesting to see what we have brought this up to. I'm hoping it will say optimal, but at the minute it's looking like that's fairly hard to get. So canola, okay, so it's good. Brilliant, everything's optimal. But why is the rotation is okay? Okay, that's for the whole farm. Fields tracked 8. Oh, that must be the amount of fields we've got. So, why does it only say good if we're optimal, low, optimal. Slightly interesting, but yeah, we just need to now eradicate the weeds in here. So I do just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.